I think now the high-speed rail construction attract more and more attentions. As in Morocco, they have the first high-speed line in African continent, and we also know that Egypt has a big plan for the high-speed line as well. I think our view on high speed is that different countries will have different choices of the speed of the high-speed line, and also the network design will follow their economic strategic direction. As in the Kingdom of Morocco, I think they have this plan. What's the best way to connect different cities, how to change people's life of traveling, and also how the cargo should move fluently between different systems. And Huawei's position on the high-speed rail construction that we're the world-leading ICT solution providers. We also served the railway industry for more than 27 years. So our experience in the railway industry and our latest technology for the ICT solutions, we bring those two advantages together so we can bring more to the digital transformation of railway industry. Because as I can see that railway industry, the digital transformation is not as fast as finance, telco, or e-commerce, but we're at very critical moment that from now on we can introduce more digital transformation, so we can bring more intelligence to the high-speed rail construction, from construction, operation until the maintenance, and we want to devote more to this industry. I think, of course, from the big picture, we want the environmental sustainability, use more green power. We're talking about the solar energy and the hydrogen-powered train. I think what Huawei can do for this part is that, of course, use more green power. And behind that, I think we can have more latest ICT technology, so we can have the real time of the power consumption of the energy we use for each train, each rolling stock. Once we have this information, it can better help us to make the decision how to improve the energy, how to improve the frequency of the train, so the transportation resources can meet better the passenger flow and goods flow. It's also a way, to utilize the transportation infrastructure. It's also a way to save the energy and for the environmental sustainability. And also, as the ICT technology solution provider, we think as the ICT technology point of view, it also should sustainability of the technology. For example, the wireless, we used GSM before, but it's 2G technology, and it's coming to the end of life cycle. But we all know that real industry need a long time operation. So I think our technology also need this future-oriented technology, like FRMCS, the Future Real Mobile Communication System. And Huawei is proposing this solution to this industry. I think it's also important that to use the sustainable technology to help with the environmental and economical sustainability. I think they are all together. We should think it in a systematic way. As UIC is defining the standard for FRMCS, and it could be ready by 2025 or 2026. But we think that in Europe and in China, probably they will go directly to 5G solution. But in some other like Africa or Asia Pacific or America, at this moment they can also choose 4G technology because the ecosystem is more mature and it's more cost effective at this moment. And Huawei FRMC solution is 4G, 5G compatible, so they can choose 4G at this moment, and later on it can smoothly evolve to 5G without any change of hardware. We just upgrade the software, it can support 5G when the FRMC standard is ready. So I think in Europe or China, I think in the next 2 or 3 years, they will do some pilot. And by 2025 or 2026, they will build the FRMCs in a large scale. In other continents, if there's some urgency of the project, probably they can use the 4G technology in the next 2 or 3 years and evolve to 5G later. So I think now we're at a very important moment that more and more FRMCs will be used for this industry. But different country or different region could have different timeline for that. Yeah. Huawei, as I said earlier, that the Huawei FRMCS is 4G, 5G compatible, and also The Europe defined the 1.9 giga for the FRMCS in Europe, and other continent is also looking for the spectrum for the FRMCS. So our solution proposed is 4G and 5G compatible, so different country and region can choose their own technology, and we guarantee the hardware share the same platform. And also, to minimize the investment, we have this 8 transmitter, 8 receiver, and we can also use the high power cable radio on board, so it can extend the coverage of the base station. Then we can use NES base station to cover the same lines. It can save the cost. Also, we know that GSMA and FRMCS will coexist for 5 to 10 years. So by that we need the interconnection between the GSMA technologies and the FRMCS technology. We can use some dual model onboard cable radio, and also we have the core network and mission critical service from the GSMA and FRMCS interconnect with each other. So to guarantee that the two technology exist together, all the services can be guaranteed in this transition period. There are several ways to do that. I think one thing is very important for some regions, like people, animal can across the lines. It can cause some accident. And also in some countries, someone is digging and also trying to steal the copper cable. So to protect the railway perimeter, Huawei introduced this optic fiber to sensing the vibration. So if there's any fence along the railroad, the optic fiber on the fence can detect this vibration when someone is trying to climb the fence or some animal is trying to intrude. So the vibration caused by people or animal will be different from the vibration caused by a wind or rain or the train passing by. So we have this AI server which can tell the difference, and it can protect the railway intrusion detection. Because one technology can make some mistakes sometimes. If we combine the two technology together, it can improve the accuracy of the alarm. We use radar to detect if people or animal, the size and the speed. So these two technology together, then we prevent nearly no missing alarms, and the false alarm will be reduced significantly. So doing that, we can improve the security of the railway industry. In the physical world, we want to move people and goods more efficiently. But behind that, it's a data flow from one system to another. I think the trend of the digital transformation of railway industry is to digitalize the transportation infrastructure from rolling stock, railroad, train stations, depot, OCC. And also we should digitalize the workflow between different systems. Huawei can realize that by bringing the latest ICT technology like FRMCS, IP backbone, DWDM backbone to connect everything together, and also can reconstruct the platform. We bring the data together in one platform, and also we can create more synergies between different systems. I think that's a value Huawei can bring to the digital transformation of railway industry. I think there are three ways that Huawei can facilitate the digital transformation, reshape the connectivity. We have the latest wireless technology and backbone technology, and also at the train station, we have this 50 giga PON, or we have the hybrid cable which can transmit the power supply and data together in one cable, and cover from several hundred meters to 1 or 2 kilometers. So it can simplify the network and optimize the connectivity. Then we build the cloud-based platform. Previously, it's one line, one OCC. Now we can have a national centralized OCC to manage all the lines in the country. So we can have a central view of different lines and optimize the daily operation and maintenance. Then we can open this platform capability to our solution partners. They can bring more intelligence for the construction, operation, and maintenance to overall improve the digital transformation of railway industry.